Oh, we are so back, baby. It is Knoxville weekend. It is the biggest weekend in sprint car racing and the biggest field in sprint car racing. 108 entries entered for the 62nd running of this great event. There are 2 preliminary nights of action, followed by Hard Knocks night, and then the alphabet soup. Let's go through every driver in numerical order between those 2 qualification nights. All right, and here we go for night number 1. This is Wednesday, and we start with car number 1. He has 23 wins at Knoxville and is the 2021 Huset's track champion. However, he only has 1 win in a 360 to his name this year. From T, South Dakota, this is Justin Henderson. He won his preliminary night in a shark sweep last year to put up a career high of 5 wins in 2022. This year, he returns to the track his father won the 1990 Nationals at. This is Jacob Allen. Leading the IRA Sprint Car Championship is a rookie to the Nationals running the sleek 1C car. Representing the Longhorn State is a name familiar from midgets, Brenham Crouch. An occasional entry that will run with or without a wing comes to us from Lincoln, Nebraska. Driving the 1M car will be Don Dowd Jr. This driver goes between ASCS events, some Knoxville weekly shows in the summer, and of course he always comes out for the Nationals. This is the only driver representing Colorado, Jake Buback. Winner of the 2019 Knoxville Nationals, he's second in World of Outlaws Series points with his most consistent season to date. He's won his prelim night 2 out of the last 3 years, including a win with the Outlaws back here in June. This is David Gravel. Originally from Sydney, Australia, is a weekly driver in the Deuce here in Knoxville. With 7 wins at the Speedway, including 2 World Challenges, this is Linton Jeffrey. From Huron, South Dakota, in the 2 Double K car attempting his 12th Knoxville Nationals is Kevin Ingle. Not a regular with a 410, but he's been coming to this event off and on since 2006. In the TKS Motorsports Machine, a regular Knoxville team, he is a rookie known as the Quickest Chicken. He's had some stellar performances this year in high limits and in the Midwest scene, including 3 straight Knoxville 360s wins. This is Chase Randall. 2021 track champion Davey Heskin returns again to the Nationals out of St. Michael, Minnesota. He runs weekly here and already has a win to his name this season. A regular 360 competitor dubbed the official realtor of Knoxville Raceway and a graduate of Knoxville High School, Jamie Ball returns to the 410 field to run the big one for only the 3rd time. From British Columbia in Canada comes a young face driving for the legendary Jason Sides. In his 2nd season with the World of Outlaws is Robbie Price in the 7S. A veteran of sprint car racing, Brandon Wimmer grew up around the sport as his grandfather was a World of Outlaws car owner. The 37-year-old will compete again with Team DGRD. This farmer is an Iowa State grad representing Pleasantville, just up the road. He made lots of noise with his qualification for the main event last year. Welcome Tasker Phillips in the 7 Taz car. From the town of Indianola is a regular at this facility. Weekly driver Dustin Selvage enters the Bruce Williams 7W for his 11th Nationals. He won the 2022 360 Nationals in the fastest time ever recorded for that event at just over 9 minutes, and he came very close to winning the 410 track championship last year. From Clute, Texas is a 3-time All-Stars champion, Aaron Reitzel. 2004 NASCAR Rookie of the Year and World of Outlaws owner-driver Casey Kane has his driver in victory lane back in 2018 and will try to do it for himself once again. This is his 5th start in the event since 2010. His hometown is Newton, Iowa, which explains why he's sponsored by Iowa Speedway. Weekly driver Landon Hansen makes his rookie entry to this race. He's raced for names like Sam McGee, Guy Forbrook, and Phil Dietz. Bringing his own 9P for his 7th entry in this event is the Hoosier Parker Price Miller. Back again from McLarenville, South Australia in his 7th entry to this event. Running in the 10L car is the 2016 Track Rookie of the Year, Scott Boguski. Returning to the Nationals is an Okie who regularly competes in Power Eye competition and other events throughout the Midwest. From Broken Arrow, Oklahoma is Roger Crockett. For Book Motorsports is the driver from Monrovia, Indiana with a true outlaw schedule for the year. Justin Peck will drive the 13, entering his 4th Nationals. Also known as Dynamite, he was the 2007 Knoxville Raceway Rookie of the Year and has had an impressive 2023 season, coming off a fiery crash and recovery process last year. He won't be denied. This is Mark Dobmeyer. Running in Jason Myers' car is a young man from California for his 2nd Knoxville Nationals. The leader in NARC 410 points is from the West Coast. This is Corey Day. The 11-time and defending Knoxville Nationals winner drives for Tony Stewart in the iconic number 15. This season did not start how he wanted it to, but his 6th Kings Royal victory in July has us never doubting him. This is Donnie Schatz. This rookie is quite familiar with the facility, as he's raced here already and has his father's racing experience to lean on for help. This is Cole Meinzer from Burlington, Iowa. This is the reigning track champion at Huset's Speedway, with a strong career of sprint car racing in the US and in Australia. In the same 16 cars last year is Brooke Tattnall. The son of the Wild Child is a crowd favorite World of Outlaws driver, and he's earned it with his driving style. He has one win at this track back in 2021. This is Sheldon Haudenschild of Worcester, Ohio. Father of Austin and Carson, he has moved to a part-time schedule in 2023 to help out his sons, but don't let that make you think he's missed a beat. This 59-time Knoxville feature winner can get it going any night. This is the 7-time Knoxville 410 champ, Terry McCarl. A full-time outlaw this year from Fresno, California, is the son of a drag racer and the 2021 360 Nationals champion. Driving the KCP Racing 18 car is Hot Sauce Giovanni Selzy. In 2022, the Myerstown Missile won the historical Big One and the Joker's Wild, along with PA Speed Week and 5 events, each with the Outlaws and All-Stars. He finished 7th in the feature last year. This is Brent Marks. This is a 4-time USAC Sprint Car champion, originally from Oklahoma. He won his first World of Outlaws event this year. Driving for TKH is the Macho Man, Brady Bacon. A hometown kid drives the white 22 car for Goodno Promotions, who got a feature win at Huset's earlier this summer, but has never been to victory lane here. The high school hockey player Riley Goodno is out on the driver's list for the 3rd time. A rookie entry for this 24H machine. He's a graduate of the Track Championship Pro Sprints at this facility. The 2nd-generation racer Cade Higday of Pleasant Hill, Iowa. A young guy with 2 years of 360 racing experience, he graduated high school in 2022. This year, he's spreading his wings in a car he works on himself. The 24T is Christopher Traum. All-Stars driver Zeb Wise returns for Rudine Racing and has 5 wins to his name in 2023 so far. He's out of Angola, Indiana, making his 3rd entry for the big show. All in the family for this driver, registered to car number 27. Brother to Austin, son of Terry, representing Altoona, Iowa, is weekly driver Carson McCarl. Making his debut at the Nationals in the Gatewood Power Sports number 37 is a young man from Caruthersville, Missouri. This is Aiden Gatewood. Driving the Swindell Speed Labs number 39 after starting the year off as an All-Stars driver is Hunter Schoenberg. Hunter Percent, as they call him, hails from Sikeston, Missouri, and is making his rookie effort in this event. A fresh face in the 39M after the departure of Anthony Macri, but he's proven his worth as he qualified for his first Nationals in 2022 in his first try with Swindell Speed Labs and came home 13th. This is Justin Sanders. The son of the Apollo rocket brings his own number 42 out to represent the Western PA Sprint cars. A slick Ducati-sponsored ride heeds Cy Lynch in his 4th Nationals appearance. Local driver Chris Martin from Ankeny, Iowa, brings his own number 44 car out as a member of the home tribe. The Knoxville regular has been competing in this event since 2014. The winner of the 50th Knoxville Nationals back in 2010 returns to the Rudzik Racing 49X, representing the Ohio racing scene. He's a legend of this sport from Aliquippa, PA, Tim Schaefer. He had a nasty wreck here last year and raced to Rookie of the Year rights for the track championship. Originally from Kilseen, Washington, is JJ Hickel. Making his 2nd effort in the Nationals is the grandson of the great Emmett Hahn, who founded the Chili Bowl and the ASCS series. He's been running a true outlaw schedule this year. Blake Hahn. Hopping into the Vermeer Motorsports 55 only about 2 months ago is a long-time notable in the sprint car world. He's from New South Wales, Australia, now residing in Knoxville. This is the Madman, Carrie Madsen. She's a 3-time 305 sprint car winner at Knoxville Raceway and has run on and off this year in 2023, including a couple high-limit races and the King's Royal. This is Sassy McKenna Hassey. He won this race in 2005. This year, the Bloomington, Indiana resident makes his first start racing for the iconic Peak Grove number 70. This is Craig Kenzer. This is a World of Outlaws driver from Warrnambool, Victoria, Australia, racing for the famous Roth Motorsports. With 4 wins to his name already in 2023 is James McFadden. This is Lincoln, California's Tanner Carrick. He brings the black and white 83T halfway across the country from running it regularly with NARC. Originally from Neptune City, now residing in Abbottstown, Pennsylvania as a driver, who ran the All-Stars a few seasons before heading back to compete regularly with the PA Posse. This will be the 5th Nationals for Kyle Reinhardt. ASCS Championship contender Matt Covington makes his return to the Nationals after last competing in 2018. He's got a lot of experience running this track in both a 410 and a 360 sprint car. In the midst of his first trip to the US to race is a notable driver from the Australian sprint car scene. Cody Maroske of Gold Coast, Queensland, drives the Boxer Farms number 101 in his first Nationals. Did you catch it all? Well, don't blink, because we got a whole nother night of prelim action coming on Thursday night, and this is the driver lineup. This is a millionaire driving from the family team Shark Racing. Last year, he won his preliminary night. He's representing the World of Outlaws and Hanover, Pennsylvania. This is the $1 Million Man, Logan Schuhart. He's a 4-time feature winner at Knoxville and was the 2016 winner of Australia's Knoxville Nationals, also known as the Sprint Car Classic. Most call him TK, This is Tim Kading. A veteran of this sport who committed to run a full season of high limits this year, Dusty Zomer brings his 3J back to Knoxville to compete in the crown jewel of this sport. Brother to Tasker and Rager, and a 3-time 360 feature winner here at Knoxville, he's always been a sneaky local favorite. This is young Sawyer Phillips. He's driving his own 3Z car in his third season as a full-time outlaw. Running from Jonestown, PA with a track championship at Port Royal to his name is the Jonestown Jet, Brock Zierfoss. Brother to Kerry, he's the 2014 Knoxville 410 track champion, a 12-time feature winner here, and a World of Outlaws winner. This is Ian Madsen. Second in points with the All-Star Circuit of Champions, he's out of Canton, Illinois. 4-lane racing is Big Daddy Chris Wyndham. Coming out for Wasmond Racing, he first came to this event in 2004. From Jackson, Minnesota, in his now 8th entry for this race is Matt Wasmond. The CJB Motorsports team has become synonymous with beautiful race cars, and driving this car for the last 2 years is the defending World of Outlaws Rookie of the Year, Spencer Baston. The mayor of his hometown and a track regular there as well, Dylan Cisney of Port Royal, PA, will enter the 5C for his third time at this event. Making his first run in this event is Gage Polkerbeck. Gage has spent the year racing weekly here to prepare for his rookie campaign. This 16-year-old has been electric ever since he reached the age requirement to race around the country in 410 competition. He says this event is the race he wants to win the most. Oklahoma City's Ryan Timms enters for the first time. 2014 World of Outlaws champion Darren Pittman announced he would team up with car owner Guy Forbrook for this year's Nationals. Darren has 2 wins in the Knoxville World Challenge, but hasn't gotten a national titles yet. 2015 IRA Sprint Car champion and regular of the World of Outlaws Tour, Bill Rose, returns to do battle in his own number 6 once again at the Nationals. A longtime driver at this facility and the 2017 360 Nationals champion. From Sioux Falls, South Dakota with Team DGRD is the 47-year-old Clint Garner. This 6X is a 360 driver here in Knoxville. From Lucas, Iowa, is Frank Rogers making his debut in the event with this 410. From Dillsburg, PA, is the 2023 PA Speed Week champion who led the country in feature wins last year. Anthony Macri fills in for the injured Tyler Courtney in the 7BC. Driving for Vander Ecken Motorsports, he's out of Bellevue, Ohio. Continuing his 2023 of jumping between rides is Cap Henry. He spent the past couple seasons racing with the All-Stars, but has moved teams to CMS Racing and sits third in high limits points. Out of Visalia, California, this is Corey Eliason. One of the regular girls in this race is from Oklahoma, racing regularly in Ohio. Harley White will be competing in her 6th Knoxville Nationals. In the Beaver Racing throwback this year, from Gravois Mills, Missouri, is a regular at Knoxville and Huset's. Ayrton Jennethan takes on his 3rd Knoxville Nationals. This true outlaw hails from Sunnyvale, Texas, and has won in every corner of the United States. In the Sharp 15H machine is Sam Haferteep Jr. This is a regular in NARC and California 360 competition. From Roseville, California, and a member of the NOS Energy crew, this is Colby Copeland. A multi-time Australian sprint car champion makes his first appearance at the Nationals since 2018. The 17AU is Warrnam Bull's 34-year-old Jamie Veal. 10-time IRA Sprint Car champion Bill Baylog is originally from Alaska and known as the North Pole Nightmare. He ran his first time in this event back in 2008 and ended his night with the C-Main last year. Driving with the NOS Energy Group from Fremont, California is a NARC 410 regular. Shane Golobic enters his 7th Nationals in the Matt Wood Racing 17W. Driving the Mid-Nebraska Land Developers 18R is an occasional entry at Knoxville. This is Ryan Roberts of Aurora, Nebraska. The YouTuber from Jacksonville, Oregon comes out for his 2nd Knoxville Nationals. Driving the AT&T a few times already this summer here is Tanner Holmes. Australian Sprint Car Championship driver making his debut in the event brings a black car with blue and yellow trim on it. The W19 is Trent Pigden. In his 12th season racing sprint cars is a weekly driver in the yellow number 20 machine. From Rockwell City, Iowa is AJ Moeller. In the middle of his 2nd full-time season with the World of Outlaws is the driver of the 20G. From Mounds, Oklahoma is Noah Gass. This Buckeye nabbed himself a win in a stellar IRA race at Plymouth just a few weeks ago. Greg Wilson is back in his own iconic W20 car. This is a 5-time track champion in 410 sprint car competition. The sleek number 21, piloted by Brian Brown, is one to keep an eye on as he won the 360 Nationals just last week, and he's currently having one of the most impressive seasons overall out of Grain Valley, Missouri. From Lemoore, California is the driver of the Tarleton Racing number 21T. Competing with this car in NARC along with traveling back occasionally to race in Ohio where he cut his teeth, Cole Macedo. This 21-year-old is a student at the University of South Dakota. Driving in the purple 22K is Caleb Johnson from Sioux Falls, South Dakota. From St. Helena, California, is one of the best-regarded true outlaws in the nation. He drives his own 24R and is definitely one to watch this year. Last year's Hard Knocks winner, Rico Abreu. Originally entered in the 24W was Garrett Williamson of Columbia, Missouri. However, it was announced Saturday that he and Bryant Powers Motorsports would part ways. It is still unknown who will drive this car or if it will run at all. Last year, he got up to the C-Main. This year, Gold Coast, Australia's Lachlan McHugh will pilot the gray number 25 machine for Deuce 5 Motorsports. Here's an interesting one. Entered in the Eldora Million, but no-showed. Nobody has any idea who Henry Edward even is. Must be a ghost, or maybe an alias for someone else? We'll just have to wait and see. Another Hoosier who races as a true outlaw drives a simple white number 35. He has a win at Circle City Raceway this season, Zach Hampton. Making his rookie appearance here is a Posse member from Elverson, Pennsylvania. In his first full season, driving the Soracatch number 35B is Austin Bishop. A World of Outlaws driver from Lemoore, California, races for a team with 2 wins in this event. Jason Johnson Racing won in 2016 and 2019. Carson Macedo looks to be the 3rd driver to take the 41 to victory lane. He made his first trip over the ocean to race in this event in 2019 and finally got back again last year. He races in the Australian sprint car scene and spends his American time racing big events in the Midwest. Rusty Hickman in the 45. This is the 4-time and defending World of Outlaws champion driving for Casey Kane. 2018 Nationals winner Brad Sweet finished 9th last year and looks for better this time around. Making his return to the event is a regular at Knoxville Raceway in the 56. From the neighboring town of Pleasantville is Joe Cimbro, the 2021 Nationals champion who also won the 2020 NASCAR Cup Series championship, promoter of the High Limit Series, and all-around one of the greats of our generation. Kyle Larson drives for Paul Silva, looking for his 2nd Knoxville Nationals. From Springfield, Illinois is the defending champion of the IRA Sprint Series. He brings the 65 car out for the Nationals again, Jordan Goldsberry. Car 67 is entered by a rookie to this race, but a hometown driver. Jonathan Hughes has a background in wingless racing and sticks a wing on it for this weekend. Coming out of retirement to race again at the Nationals is Shane Stewart. With 4 prelim night wins here, he jumps back behind the wheel of the Indy Race Parts 71. 2023 marks the first year of 4 competition for this driver out of Reeder, North Dakota. He will drive the 78 in his rookie entry, Bill Wagner. After starting the year with CMS and then jumping briefly between the Indy Race Parts and Vermeer cars, he now finds a home with the Roth Motorsports Junior car. From Pengrove, California, is Buddy Kofoid. Last year's pole sitter for this race hails from Altoona and is leading 410 track points. He drives the Candy Apple Red number 88, Austin McCarl. Out of Leduc, Alberta, driving the Logan Fenton Racing number 99 car, he races regularly in the Buckeye State and with the fast 410s. This is Skylar G. This is a regular at Huset's from the Minnesota Mafia. Running in his first Nationals this year is the 105 of Cody Island. And finally, originally from Tampa, he's moved to Knoxville, and this year he returns to racing in the main event. Driving whatever entry number 121 will end up looking like is RJ Johnson. So that's the field for the 2 preliminary nights of action for the 2023 Knoxville Nationals. Who do you think is going to take home the crown at the end of the weekend? Leave a comment down below and be sure to hit the subscribe button to keep up with all the channel's content. Thank you everybody for watching and enjoy the show.